What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. And today's video, we talking about last night's game, Hornets versus the Utah Jazz. We're gonna get straight into it. Alright, so thank y'all for subbing to the channel, hitting that notification bell. And like I mentioned, this is a game happened last night. We seen the Hornets take on the Utah Jazz. The Hornets took the L last night, but it's so funny because I want to say it was a close game, but the final score does not show that at all. Let's get straight into it though. Thank y'all subbing to the channel, man. We almost at that 10K mark. Appreciate you. All right, and I'm gonna really make this a quick video. That's why I'm pushing through. If y'all like, dang, you ain't even. It's because I want this to be a fast video because it was a good game up until like the beginning of the fourth quarter. And for me, what I could tell is that folks just got tired. They ran out of gas. Like, they were running this Utah Jazz team, pushing them to the limits, and then all of a sudden they just started to sputter. And really the sputter started happening in the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter it was just like dead for this Hornets team. We look at the box score, your man LaMelo, 21 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Is another one of those games where his fingerprints were like legitimately all over the game, right? And what I find to be so interesting about it is obviously 8 for 20 shooting is like, to take 20 shots to get 21 points is not like the best shooting night ever, right? It's 40% from the field, 28% I believe from behind the arc. Let me check it out real quick. Yeah, 28% from three last night. So like I said, 40% from the field is not terrible, but that's not like, oh, you had an amazing game type of night, right? But -3 with one of the lowest plus minus speaks to why he was on the court and ended up playing the most minutes out of anybody on either team at 38 minutes last night. So he just does so much good for this team, and as far as pushing the pace going and kind of keeping dictating the game, right? You can never really play your game when you're on the opposing team, especially if you think you're gonna slow it down and be more methodical like this Utah Jazz team is at times. When LaMelo's on the court, you just can't do it. You don't have the opportunities to do so. He's always pushing that pace. And I'll say that when I say like look like folks are getting tired, I think like last night was the first time that I can like truly recall seeing LaMelo in a game bent over with his hands over his knees at different points in the game, right? I'm sure it's probably happened before or whatnot, but like literally looking tired, like visibly tired, like it was the first time that I've ever seen that from him. So I will say, and I'll say that they ran out of gas. Another thing that is so crazy about this Hornets team is like, they are the squad that I remember when I was in JUCO and I used to play cornerback, right? And I was like a highly rated, you know what I'm saying? I was like I was in the top 100, I was like number 50 or whatever player in the nation as far as JUCO goes. And I remember being like, man, if I could just be on another team and play against my quarterback, like I have like 3 or 4 interceptions, right? Anytime you played us, our quarterback was putting people in college, sending them D1, just throwing stat padding for everybody. And I'm like, bro, I'm out here working, and these dudes getting the ball hitting their chest. And that's what the Hornets look like on defense at times. If you were a 3-point shooter and you could stand in that corner and knock it down, oh my God, you could wait to play the Hornets. You were literally about to go off. Like, let's see, Joe Ingles, 7 3-pointers. Jordan Clarkson, 5. Georges Niang knocked down with 7. They had 3 guys with over 5 3-pointers. Like, if you're a semi 3-point shooter, play the Hornets. Tell coach, let me stand over here in the corner and I'ma just not, I promise. God, leave, bro. That was one of the most frustrating things about last night's game. And this is what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that I felt like Melo was like, he at the beginning of the game was super aggressive, and then he hits these points where you can tell when there's a certain point in the game where he's attacking the basket and looking to score, right? And then there's certain points where he's attacking the basket and it's like, oh, I'm looking to pass, you know what I'm saying? And once the team and the defense shifts to that, That's when you start to see, like, you know what I mean, them stepping in the passing lanes, tipping balls a little bit, you know what I mean, him coming in the lane and having to spin out or taking like kind of weird shots or whatnot. But overall, a good game from a dog LaMelo. Let's see, here's if we go here, this is another interesting thing, and this also speaks to the minutes, right? So we talk about this I forgot what I call it, but that one portion of the game where, you know what I mean, they start to making the trades and the substitutions and swaps. So you got at the 7-minute mark, Miles Bridges comes in for Cody Zeller, right? Then you come down here, Malik Monk comes in for Terry Rozier. And you come down here a bit, Jalen Daniels enters the game for Gordon Hayward. And if I'm correct, and I parsed through this a lot, and just to make sure, but my dog LaMelo did not come out of the game until down here with 11 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So pretty much played damn near the entire first quarter Melo did. So folks been begging for James Borrego to let my dog play, and he let him play last night, and you see that they had 35 points in that first quarter. Since the beginning of the season, one of the things that we have consistently talked about is the bad starts, the slow starts. They're starting faster, but now missing pieces, Gordon Hayward being out, Devontae Graham being out, the Cody boy being out. In that fourth quarter, when everybody running on fumes and they don't have enough rotation, you start to see it. But I will say that early on in that game, man, these Hornets look like they look like a playoff team. And I mean like a decent, considerable, like y'all might be on to something playoff squad. You know what I'm saying? Look at this right here. Let's check out Georges Niang in this corner. That's 4 3-pointers over here in this corner. Another 2 over here. That's 6 3-pointers in the corners. How, Sway? Let's look at Ingles here. Ingles. That's 4 3-pointers in the corner. Then he knocked him down out here. Where's your boy Jordan Clarkson shooting that thing from all over the place. So let's see. He's just a shooter. Yeah. So he knocked his down a little bit everywhere. But he's just a volume scorer. Jordan, if you playing this team, bro, get over here in these corners and you would have been fine. You wouldn't have missed so many. But that's just what I'm saying, man. It's a tough night for this Hornets ball club. You see Melo, variety of shots, man, which I always appreciate about his game. It's so funny because when he took this, let me see, I can't even touch it. But let me do it. When he took this 3 right, this one here, this mid-range shot right here, the announcer was like, took a funny shot. I was watching the Utah Jazz broadcast. They took a funny shot. But you can tell they ain't been watching, man. That's my dog shot, that little runner that he do. Overall, a good game, man. We won't get into too much more here. We'll end it here. But all right, appreciate y'all for subbing to the channel, man. And I was gonna drop that video at 10K, bro, but I'm probably just gonna go ahead and throw that out there later today. So I appreciate y'all, man. It's your man, Maybe Hero.
No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.